What up, Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, coach of the Milwaukee Meta Champs, and welcome to round 5 of our first ever Ultimate Bravery Challenge, hosted by none other than Nova, Commissioner of the NBBL and coach of the Bermuda Kecleons. For those of you who don't know about this challenge, I highly encourage you to check out the first video of this series. There will be a playlist link down below for you to view. From here on out, we need to win the rest of our games, not just to help us in the future, keeping our Pokemon alive while taking out Nova's Pokemon, but also because if we lose any game now, we lose the challenge. Losing last week's battle was really brutal for us, as we lost a lot of our heavy hitters for only a couple of Nova's scariest mons. If we want to win 3 battles in a row, we need to preserve as many Pokemon as possible, otherwise it's over for us. This will be a major theme for us moving forward, as again, I do need to keep as many of my big threats alive as possible in order to even have a chance at winning this challenge. The only major threat that I'm not bringing to this game is Terapagos, as I fully expect Molebreaker Ogerpon to come to this game specifically to counter it, and if we take care of that Pokemon in this game, Terapagos looks extremely scary in the future. Haunter is here mainly to try to pick up a surprise KO or two, as Haunter unfortunately won't be that useful during the rest of this challenge. Jirachi can Wish Pass and also set up devastating combos with Future Sight and Doom Desire. Choice Scarf Kilo does wonders against all of Nova's Pokemon minus Glowking, which we have AV Volcanion and Ursaluna for. And Dragalge is mainly here for chip damage or surprise KO like the last time I brought this insane beast of a mon. If you guys are excited for this game, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Draft League battles ahead. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and head into the battle. Alrighty, let's freaking go! So we are bringing you a lot of our major threats here. Obviously, Haunter is there as well as a little bit of funness to see if I can pick up KO with Destiny Bond or something like that. I'm expecting things like maybe the Dragapult. I'm expecting Glow King to come. Maybe we'll see Pecharunt this time. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not expecting Hazards that much because I just don't think they're going to make an appearance here because all of Nova's remaining Pokemon can either set up Toxic Spikes or they can't really set up any Hazards, or they don't like setting up Hazards. The only Pokemon I can see here that I think like Conkeldurr maybe can set up Hazards, I can't remember. And then there's like Azelf and then Ogerpon Hearthflame, but those Pokemon just don't enjoy setting up Hazards. So that's kind of my game plan going into this. I did not prep for Hazards. The Ogerpon Hearthflame in particular, I think will make an appearance just because of Terapagos being one of the few remaining threats on my team. I'm not bringing it this game because I'm fully expecting Ogerpon. Alright, so we are going to see Conkeldurr, Cramorant, we do see Ogerpon, we see the Azelf, we see Glastrier, we see Slowking Galar. Okay. Alright, so the major threat here is going to be the Terra Captain is Glastrier. Azelf and Ogerpon can both also be rather terrifying as well. So that is something to keep in mind. I will go ahead, I'm very tempted to lead, yeah, I will go ahead and lead Stormy here. Choice Scarf Stormy, once again, is just an absolutely amazing Pokemon here, and that's what we're bringing. We are also Terra Electric as well. And honestly, low-key, I think I will just immediately Terra Electric on whatever wants to switch in here, because a Volt Switch is going to do a crap ton of damage to literally everything. Like, Stab Electric is just going to click buttons and claim lives. And that's why I'm not bringing Terra Ground this time, because I was like, the only real Pokemon that can take like any attack from Kilowattrel is the Glowking, which is why I'm honestly fully expecting Assault Vest Glowking again like it was last time. If it's not that, then that's fine, but you know, also the fun fact, Ursaluna is a perfect switch in for Glowking, so there you go. So we're gonna see Raven hit the field. That is going to be the Azelf. That's what I was thinking was going to be the lead. So Azelf here, I'm immediately just Terraing and clicking Volt Switch here. Alrighty, we hit that Terra, baby, let's go! And now I'm honestly very tempted to switch it to Haunter on either Hazard stacking or the possible Explosion tech, because yeah, Azelf could absolutely be clicking Explosion here. We're gonna click Volt Switch. Let's get that hit off, baby! Woo, that's a solid chunk of damage. I'm also thinking about Knockoff as well. Ghostface in this game is not the most important. I do like it for immunities though, so I think I will go into Volcanion here. If we see a Knockoff, it's not the worst thing in the world because we do still have another Assault Vester in the Dragalge. We are going to see Rocks, so that's unfortunate. It was lead Rocks. I was worried about that, but that's fine. Steam Eruption here is the freest button click. If Cramorant wants to come in, I Wild Charge next turn. Focus Sash on Haunter is also useless now, but that's fine. If there's any Pokemon that I underspeed, I can just, or like I outspeed, I should say. In fact, yeah, I do outspeed every single Pokemon here. We are going to just see Mystical Power, and they miss. Very unfortunate. Volcanion's going to pick up the first KO of the match. That Azelf is gone. We love to see it, baby. All right, already a very good start for us. I'm probably expecting maybe the Glow King to come in here. We also still have our Assault Vest. So that's really good. Granted, we are weakened severely because of the Hazards, but really the only Pokemon that hates that particular situation right now is Volcanion. The rest of my Pokemon don't enjoy it necessarily, but they're okay with it. But now pretty much my safest bet is to always just switch in this thing when I click Wish past on Jirachi. Hypnos, that is going to be the Glow King, so that makes sense. I'm going to click Earthquake versus you. How much damage is that going to do? Earthquake does a major chunk of damage. I click it. Yep, we click Earthquake here. Bada bing, bada boom. You're not a switch-in for me, baby. You are not a switch-in, baby! You are not a switch-in! Trick, that's fine. I am okay with that. I'm going to underspeed a lot of Pokemon here. I click Earthquake again. You can switch in Cramorant all you want. I'm going to click Wild Charge next turn, baby. I'm going to click the Wild Charge next turn, baby. Let's go! And this is why I love Volcanion. Volcanion can be anything I want it to be. Unfortunately, I don't think I underspeed Conkeldurr. In fact, I'm sure I don't, because I'm sure that Conkeldurr is going to be underspeeding me. So that's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. We are going to see the Heart Swap here. If Conkeldurr comes in, this is still going to do a decent chunk of damage to it. So yeah, we are going to see the Bonkeldurr. That is fine by me. Earthquake, boom! Alright, and it's not Flame Orb. It's not Flame Orb, so that means it might not be Guts. If you go for Earthquake, I could very easily go into Haunter here. I think what I do here, I kind of just want to click Steam Eruption. We're just going to see Knockoff. Okay, that's fine. That's why I didn't want to switch into Haunter. So we do lose our AV here, but that's fine. We're going to fire up a Steam Eruption. That's going to do a lot of damage. We don't get the burn, unfortunately, and that also reveals that this thing does have a decent amount of an investment. Unfortunately, I might sack off Volcanion here, which I don't want to do, but I will go ahead and just click Steam Eruption again. We're going to see a CC. That won't kill. That doesn't kill. We can switch in on another Rocks. We're fine. This thing is dead, I think. Come on, baby, let's go! That's a dead Conkeldurr. Let's go. We are winning these. We are winning these. Let's go. Absolutely massive threats out of the way already. Like, as of and this thing being gone, phenomenal. And Trick Room, like, Glacier can still come in. Glacier is probably what's going to come in at this point. Do I want to save this thing at this point? Kind of. Yeah, we can still come in on Rocks. So if I can just Wish Pass somehow. Unfortunately, I don't think I can, but Volcanion, okay, so let me think about this. Volcanion, if we win this game, Volcanion can still provide some use. It walls Primarina. It can help deal with Crocalor, Ice-Cube, Keldeo. I do really like Volcanion still here. Hypnos, it's going to be Glow King, which is interesting. I could see them maybe going for something like Chilly Reception, but it's still not doing that much damage to Jirachi. I'm just going to switch in Jirachi here. I do still value Volcanion in this game. I think it is still good. If we can get that thing in against, like, Glow King again or something like that, then that could be really nice. Earthquake, that's fine. I'm okay with this. This is going to do a decent chunk of damage, but yeah, it does not do that much damage. And we are just going to Wish Pass that away. I think here I'm going to click Doom Desire. I could also click Wish, but I think Doom Desire here is a bit better. Because I'm trying to think, are they going to set up Trick Room again? If they set up Trick Room again, then that gives me a free turn. If they don't, you know, no, I'm going to Wish. I'm going to Wish here. I'm going to Wish here. Yeah, they're going to go for Trick Room, I think, here again. And if they do go for Trick Room, I can go for a U-turn and I can get Volcanion back in for free. Yeah, they do go for Trick Room. We go for U-turn next turn regardless, and then we get Volcanion back in, which is amazing for us. Yeah, this is fine. I am okay with this. This is absolutely okay. I click U-turn here. If you swap out, we're getting Volcanion back up full, like, a lot of HP for free. They went for Chilly Reception here. We went for Chilly Reception here every single time. Also, this thing is not AV because it's Trick Room. I'm stupid. We go into Steampunk here because you went for Chilly Reception. I believe that has negative priority. So, or Teleport even. You might have gone for Teleport. So, we shouldn't die here. Yeah, you set up a Chilly Reception. Perfectly fine with that. They're going to go into Glastrier here. I just go for Steam Eruption and start spamming. Now, Glastrier could absolutely be Assault Vest, which I'm expecting. I think here I'm just going to click Steam Eruption. It could be Terra Electric, which could be terrifying as well. I'm going to have to see how much HP we get back. If we see Cramorant here, that's best case scenario. We're going to see Pegasus. That is going to be the Glastrier. Okay, so we're back up to 234. 64%, we should always be able to tank a hit from this thing, unless this thing is like, its max attack Adamant Terra Blast would have to high roll if it's Terra Electric. If this thing gets burned, it gets massively neutered, and that's exactly what I am banking on. We just see an SD. Okay, that's a bit scary, but that's fine. This thing might pick up a KO or two if that's the case, unless we get a burn here. Do we get the burn? We do not get the burn. It's not Assault Vest, though. That's good to know. It is, in fact, Lefties. I'm still clicking Steam Eruption again. We are going to see the Terra now. Volcanion's probably, unfortunately, going to die here, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it is what it is. Let's see Terra Electric. Terra Ice. Wow. Okay, so it's just Terra Ice. Very interesting that they reveal this now. So their SD, they have to have a ground type attack that they're clicking now, I assume. No, they go for CC. Interesting. We live, though! We live those, baby! Let's go! Bro, I'm gonna miss Volcanion. Volcanion's unfortunately, I think, gonna die in this matchup, but that's amazing for us. Holy crap. That is phenomenal. Does Trick Room go down here? No, it does not. Oof. So looking at the rest of this, I really don't need Haunter at this point. Haunter is only going to pick up like a singular KO. So I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and sack off Haunter. I want to save Volcanion. That's my main goal here. I can switch in KILOWATTREL, KO this thing with a Volt Switch. I can KO literally anything at this point. I really want to save I really want to save Volcanion. They go for Throat Chop, that's fine. The Ghostface goes down here. I'm okay with that, that's fine. Rest in peace, Haunter. I needed to save Volcanion. Okay, so yeah. So it's CC, Ice Move, that, and that. So yeah, we're fine. Okay, I can go into the KILOWATTREL, and I can just click a button. Actually, hold on a second. I'm curious about something. Unfortunately, Trailblaze is not going to KO. I was hopeful, man. I was hopeful. All right, I'm going to go into Stormy here. I think they're going to let Glacier go down. I think they kind of have to at this point. I will go ahead and click Volt Switch here. I'm assuming Hypnos is going to switch in. Show me Hypnos so that way I can just go into Ursa Luna for free. Because I can just go into Ursa Luna for free. All right, so we're going to fire off a Terra Electric Volt Switch. Let's see the damage spread on this. Decent chunk of damage. Okay, so we've seen Chilly Reception. I'm going to go into Mud Bath. I'm going to go into Mud Bath here. All right, so now the question becomes, do I think that the Cramorant can KO me here? Absolutely not, unless you are like max attack specs, I think. And even then, no, you never KO me. I'm clicking Headlong Rush. If they predict that and go over to Cramorant, good on them. Yeah, so I'm assuming Cramorant's going to come in here. If anything else comes in, it's going to die. Muffins, that's absolutely going to be Cramorant. I Supercell Slam you next turn. That is what I do. Supercell Slammer! Surf is going to do a decent chunk of damage. Let's see it. Yeah, so that thing is probably mostly invested. We Supercell Slam. You are a dead Cramorant. Nice try. This thing is now a major threat to you. Oh no, my defense fell. It's not like 2 of the 3 Pokemon outspeed me. I'm going to switch out next turn. I think they have to go for the KO on Ursa Luna because if they go into, if we allow them to go into, if we allow them to get a hit off, like Headlong Rush straight up has a chance to KO, KILOWATTREL outspeeds, and I can always click Hurricane. Yeah, so we're chilling. Ella, that's absolutely going to be the Hearth Flame, which makes sense. I think here I go into Dragalge. Hopefully Dragalge doesn't die here. That's what we're crossing fingers on. That would be very nice. If Dragalge dies, it's not the worst thing in the world, but that's like my best death wall on this team, so or at least out of the remaining Pokemon I have, so it'd be nice to keep it alive. It also would be extremely nice for the likes of like Hisuian Electrode and stuff like that. So I'm really hopeful that we can keep the Dragalge alive. Okay, so let's see what they go for here. What are we going to see? We're just going to see an Ivy Cudgel. That's not going to deal too much damage, thankfully. We are also Black Sludge too. I kind of just want to go for an Acid Spray here, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to click Acid Spray. Weaken this thing down. Weakens down Glow King significantly to the point where I can click Draco next turn. They are going to see the hard swap, which is fine by me. Show me Hypnos. Yep, it's going to be Hypnos. Okay, so we know now by this point that you are not AV. So if you're at -2 at this point, Draco Meteor has a straight up chance to KO you. I'm clicking Draco here. I could also slow flip turn into a different mon. We click the Draco. Come on, baby. Knock out that Glow King. Knock out that Glow King, baby. Let's go. That is what I am talking about. That's the first Glow King dead. Dragalge putting in work. We are at -2, but I do not care. Dragalge is a beast. And the Draco Meteor still kills Glacier, so we're chilling. We're gonna see Ella, so that's gonna be Hearth Flame. Okay, so here I just click flip turn. I go flip turn and I go into Kilo, and I just start spamming Air Slash, I think. Swords Dance, we are going to see a Swords Dance here. That is fine by me. I go into Kilo. All right, so we see the flip turn here. Unfortunately, I think I do have to try to land a Hurricane because if it lives Air Slash and they go for the attack, then we kind of just lose. So it's more just like, okay, do I think the roll is going to KO or do I think that the Hurricane misses more likely? I think Hurricane's more likely to land. Show me the Hurricane, baby. Well, we lose. That is unfortunate. Yeah, no, we straight up lose. we lose to that. KILOWATTREL, man. KILOWATTREL, you could have won us this game. You could have won us this game, man. Man, it do be like that sometimes. All right, well, I think I just click Draco here and hope that it dies, but I think we're gonna die first. And I clicked Thunderbolt anyway, so I just threw. I accidentally hit my controller. I mean, yeah, they could KO me with an Ivy Cudgel. They do. Yeah, it didn't even matter anyways. So the critical hit, yeah, I don't even know if the critical hit probably mattered, but I don't care at this point. It's a high critical hit ratio. GG Snowball on winning this challenge. That's just the name of the game. That's just the name of the game, baby. 'Tis very unfortunate indeed. Overall, I had a lot of fun with this challenge. I think, again, this particular game, we absolutely would have won if we had, like, maybe we would have lost one more Pokemon, because I probably would have tried to save KILOWATTREL, but Yeah, it is what it is. Unfortunate. But again, at that point, like, I probably would have sacked off Dragology, so, to Glacier. And if Glacier didn't KO me, then we win the game 5-0, so... yeah, it's just GG. Unfortunate, but you know what? It is what it is. We got swept by Ogerpon Hearthflame, and can't really complain about it. Ogerpon Hearthflame is a beast, what can I say? Really, really well played, though. GG's to Nova once again for a great game and a great challenge as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this challenge. I definitely want to do this again with him. Specifically, I mean, honestly, I would love to be able to choose our teams this time. I know Nova was not happy with getting the Season 2 team, I'm pretty sure. I would love to be able to choose our teams again and, like, have other matchups, too. That'd be fun. Maybe some monotype challenges and stuff like that. Like, I have my mono normal team versus his team or something like that. That'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, again, can't complain. It's the name of the game. I took the dice and I rolled with it and I lost. Air Slash probably wouldn't have KO'd, but granted, we could have gotten the flinch, so maybe I could have gone for Air Slash instead, but I was like, the chances of that happening are not, like, you know, it's significantly lower, I felt like, to have those types of odds happen. So I was like, regardless, it was going to be a roll to see what happened. I could have swapped out, which I guess I should have done, but I wanted to keep every Pokemon alive. And that's part of the challenge too, right? Like, you know, I could have Volt switched out and then sacked another Pokemon and then switched it back in, which arguably I should have done. But, you know, it is what it is. GG's to my opponent regardless. Thank you all so much for watching. I really, really hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace out, mates!